Inception was directed by Christopher Nolan and stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Ellen Page, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy, Michael Caine, and many others. Dom Cobb, who's played by Leonardo DiCaprio, is a skilled extractor. He's very good at infiltrating people's minds and stealing their ideas. However, when he's approached with the opportunity to do the opposite, plant an idea inside someone's head, it will change his life forever. Christopher Nolan has meant so much to me as a filmmaker. He's made some of my all-time favorite films, including the Dark Knight trilogy, Memento, Insomnia, Interstellar, and so much more, and I'm so happy to say that the movie Inception is no exception. This film is one of my all-time favorite films ever. As someone who studied filmmaking extensively, I cannot help but imagine what it must have been like for the cast and crew to approach this kind of film with such a grand scale, with so much ingenuity and imagination to it, and just thinking of how overwhelming and intimidating that must have been, and everyone, including Chris Nolan as the director, and all of the actors did such an outstanding job. This film, no pun intended, was the film of my dreams. My jaw literally dropped to the ground when I heard that Chris and his brother Jonathan spent 10 years writing and rewriting the script for this film. This film clearly meant a lot to Chris, and it shows in so many ways. Leonardo DiCaprio, man, I tell you, when most people think of Leo, they think of Titanic or The Wolf of Wall Street, and those are both great films in their own right, but in my opinion, Inception is his best acting role, and whenever I think of Leo, I think of Inception. He is so damn good in this movie. He and his acting performance alone might just be worth the price of admission, because he's so good in this. His character is very haunted by a mistake he made in his past, and in this film he's very motivated to right or fix that mistake. Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Arthur is also very good in this film. He kind of plays Dom's sidekick or partner in crime in this film, and he helps us tremendously as the audience to learn about this world. He helps explain creating dreams, waking up from dreams, and various other things. And then we have Ellen Page as Ariadne. She is given the role of dream architect. She quite literally builds the dreams that Dom and his team go into, and we really learn a lot about this world and how dream building, dream architecture kind of works through her character, and it is so fascinating to learn about. If you all will remember my Zodiac review, I said that film was very good at getting into your head and kind of just staying there and making you think about it. I'm here to tell you that this film, Inception, might actually be better at that. This film is so good and so captivating that I remember when I first watched it, when I first really watched it with open eyes, it changed the way I view our world. The way this film explores human psychology, human error, the idea of having an unreliable protagonist, and how ideas start off in our head and eventually grow into dreams and goals, which help to form us as people, which help to make us who we are as human beings. This film explores all of that so well, and in a way that I haven't seen another film do this, like, ever. I love this. I want more films like this. Please, Hollywood, if you are listening, I want more original films like this. This is excellent. This is filmmaking at its finest. And can we take a moment to appreciate Hans Zimmer's incredible and beautiful sounding music for this film? He does such a great job at taking modern classical sounds and mixing them with futuristic sounding music. It gives the film a very futuristic kind of feeling to it, a bit of a science fiction-y feeling to it, and it's so beautiful to listen to. Like, There are certain scenes in this film where I can't help but appreciate the music in this. It does so much in building the world of this movie. Hans Zimmer, you are one of my favorite music composers in film working today. Please never stop making music. You, sir, are awesome. Inception also features some of the greatest practical filmmaking these eyes have ever had the pleasure of watching. This is something that Christopher Nolan is kind of known for, preferring practical effects over CGI or visual effects, and I have to tell you, it really adds a lot not only to this film, but to many of his films. There are so many scenes in this movie that genuinely made me ask myself, how the hell did they do this? There are two scenes in particular that are just amazing, and I loved watching the behind-the-scenes footage of this film and learning how many of the scenes in this movie were made. It just makes the filmmaker inside of me so happy. The practical effects in this film are breathtaking, and man, they are something else to learn about, really. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a clip just to show how absolutely amazing this is. Just watch.
How did you even begin? Where did you even, it took you so long to get this going, but how did it all come about for you?
It all really started from just an interest in dreams and the relationship with films and portrayal of dreams in films. And what I felt I'd never seen was the portrayal of a dream that you could believe in its reality. That is to say, one of the key lines in the film is dreams feel real while we're in them. And so I wanted to make a film where the experience of dreaming was addressed in that real way. So even as something extraordinary is happening, you're invested in the reality of that world. Because movies, I think, are one of the great ways in which you can open up a world for the audience and really take them someplace, take their minds someplace they might not otherwise go.
Christopher Nolan has got to be one of the most imaginative, original, and brilliant filmmakers to have ever worked in Hollywood, and listening to how he came up with the idea for Inception brings a huge smile to my face. Also, the ending to Inception might just be one of my favorite endings to a film ever. Inception is a mind-bending masterpiece of a film that continues to wow audiences well over a decade after its release. It's one of my favorite films of all time, and you know I'm gonna give it an A+. Guys, if you've seen Inception before, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. Thank you all again for watching my video today. If you liked what you saw here, please consider leaving a like, leaving a comment, hitting the subscribe button, hitting the bell notification icon so you know when yours truly uploads. And as always, you can look forward to another movie review coming from yours truly very soon. Thank you all again so much.